An organized retail crime task force is looking for your help now in tracking down thieves who pull off these flash mob robberies.
Police have a theory about why some of the stores have been targeted. KTLA's Kimberly Chang joins us live from Boyle Heights with details about the investigation. Kimberly.
Hi, LAPD investigators say that some of the suspects may be students because they appear to be young and they could live near the stores that they targeted. The shoe store chain WSS has been targeted multiple times in recent weeks. One location in South Los Angeles was hit 5 times. New security footage shows a store employee struggling with a flash mob as they rush out of a retail store with stolen merchandise. Investigators believe 10 to 20 people were involved, many of them minors, possibly as young as 15 years old.
So awful what's going on in the world.
At least 9 incidents were reported at WSS shoe stores since March, including in Southgate, Boyle Heights, and South LA.
They ride bicycles into the area. They store their bicycles somewhere close to the location. Then they come in on foot. They basically storm the store, tend to.
They don't even worry about masking up no more. Like, if you go back to the footage and you just see them, and you see what it is that they looking like and stuff like that, they not even covering up no more. It ain't even no point in having a hoodie. Los Angeles, California, every city in California, let's just say on the West Coast in general, has become a shit show. It's a shit show. And now people have become so fed up because I have to extend a little bit of the credit over into the residents as far as how y'all got into the space in the first place, because it's no reason why y'all should have voted the way that y'all voted, and I just don't understand this whole liberal mentality in the first place. I was in the airport with a guy yesterday on my way to come over into here, wherever it is that I'm at, and the guy recognized me inside of the airport because we was at Mod Pizza, and he walked up to me and he was like, "Yeah, I know who you are. I listen to Roland Martin." And it was like from the very get-go, he had smoke, right? And he's like, "Yeah, I listen to Roland Martin." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And then he started grilling me about Trump, right? And so we get into it. We get into a debate. Of course, you know me. Whether I'm online or whether I'm in person, I can get incredibly animated. And I started listing off because he was like, "What have Trump done? What has he done for black people?" I said, "Oh, okay, well, I guess we can go through it since you picked the right one today." You know what I'm saying? He had all his little stupid Roland Martin talking points. And so we started going through it. I said, first, we, made sure that we funded HBCUs, especially during a time where black people was having sit-ins on the campuses or some of the HBCUs because the conditions were so deplorable. But he gave more money than any president before him in making sure that HBCUs was absolutely funded. But it wasn't entirely just based off of doing things for black people. It was about the American people, because black people are not the only ones that exist in the country, even though we don't have these same requirements and standards for even black leaders. It's only diversity and equity and inclusion, and making sure that you get it in, and you make sure you keep it visible of who looks like you, even though they don't have to do anything for you. What did Obama do? Oh, nothing. Don't worry about it. And then we just start deep diving the North American Free Trade Agreement and so on and so forth. So I got done waxing him, and then he go over to his wife and he says, "Trump right there." And I just found it to be hilarious, because I'm not even voting for Trump just based off of identity or party specifically. I'm voting on him because if we evaluate Trump's 4 years versus Biden's 4 years, who Biden is a lifetime politician who has never done anything for the American people, in my opinion, that could be considered productive. It's a vast difference. And I don't really care about what you do in your household or how many girls that you busting down. I care about your ability to run the country effectively. And we know that even in a time of prosperity, we fighting proxy wars and things that's going down. But more importantly, we got a migrant crisis in which we won't close the borders off, which is a federal issue. And then on top of that, we got all of these liberal policies that continue to enable bad behavior, such as what you see here in California. And Governor Newsom is also a reflection of what we see in the Biden administration. And I don't know what I'm going to say before I get on here. So what I'm telling you is just from my heart, right? This is not prepared. This is genuinely from my heart, because I'm reacting to this in real time. At the time that you're seeing it, or the time that I'm seeing it, at the time of this recording, It's the first time that I see it also, right? But when we really sit back and we put it in perspective, I have to extend some of the responsibility because a lot of the politicians are a reflection for the people that voted for them. And so when I see these stupid little kids and these, well, some of them are adults, let's be clear. But when I see these people that just feel so compelled to go up here and destroy every single community and neighborhood, and then you look out and you see what's happening in San Francisco and Oakland and so on and so forth, what did you think you was going to get? What did you think was going to happen? They don't even feel compelled to cover up anymore. They just do what they want to do when they want to do it.
We storm the store, 10 to 20 deep. They're usually in and out within a minute.
Although there's no specific evidence, detectives believe some of these suspects may be students of LA Unified School District. They've shared photos with local schools to try and drum up leads. The crimes involve a high dollar amount.
We estimate approximately $40,000 in loss, total loss.
And in some instances, police say suspects pushed witnesses or threw items at them.
Initially, it was just go in, grab stuff, run out. Now we've had incidents where they have gotten physical with employees at the store. And we don't want it to escalate any further.
An LAUSD spokesperson said they can't comment on an ongoing police.
Look like a guy at the door. He holding the door open. They evolving. Not only are they getting more aggressive, but they're making sure that they got somebody as a lookout to hold the door open so that the door can't lock behind them. And then they get stuck in the store, which I don't know why anybody would want to lock these monsters in with them. But looks like they're evolving and they're getting even more advanced in their ability to go out and inflict damage and pain on their communities and the stores that they go into.
Escalate any further.
An LAUSD spokesperson said they can't comment on an ongoing police investigation and released a statement saying in part, while it's unknown if the persons involved are students of our district, we actively reinforce the importance of responsible behavior and good citizenship among our students through ongoing education and support programs.
Jesus.
These out-of-control flash mob robberies leave many feeling uneasy.
I don't really shop in store anymore.
Yeah, I go out and buy my stuff and then I go back home as fast as I can. I don't feel safe at all anymore.
Sometimes we go shopping with our kids and now we're scared, but it doesn't stop us from going.
In a statement, WSS said they're committed to ensuring the safety of employees and customers. Quote, we are deeply troubled by these events and are working closely with the LAPD to bring these individuals to justice. And went on to say, community involvement is crucial in safeguarding our neighborhoods and business districts against such disruptive and criminal behavior.
Well, you ain't even got to worry about it because it's all going down. And it's everybody's fault and it's everybody's responsibilities. It's the voters, it's the people that wanted to defund the police, it's the legislators. More importantly, it's also the parents, because if your kid is out there doing flash mob robberies and crimes and hanging out with the wrong crowd, then you need to totally be held responsible for what's happening with your child. And I think that we need to bring back tougher penalties, harsher laws, and get out these people, these liberal people that feel like they want to embolden the criminals instead of actually helping the business owners. Otherwise, it's just going to drive down the value of your communities even more. And then ultimately, it's going to run out the people and devalue it so much to where you're just going to be living in crime-ridden areas. And then we got to call in Snake Plissken from Escape from New York and Escape from LA in order to contain everybody within the same area to prevent them from getting out. But this is why people in Texas and Florida and a lot of these other communities are saying, hey, don't leave where y'all going. Don't come here because we don't want y'all turning where y'all came from into a blue area or a blue state. Even I seen a video where the people of Chicago are starting to switch over to red. But when I run into the guy, like the guy that I ran into at the airport, and I see what his sentiment is, and even though he lives conservative values, he continues to vote blue and he subject himself to the same mindset, especially when it comes to running in the Victim Olympics and a Democrat plantation and a blackity black subjective that we always allow ourselves to be a part of so that we can always be finessed. There is no bigger finesse than the way that you vote and the things that you continue to support, even though you know it's not best for you. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Also, make sure that you hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Launching at the beginning of next month, the Room 9 channel, formerly Don't Do Coke in the Bathroom. It's going to be something completely different and completely awesome. We've settled on it. After hours tonight. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Peace.